This market is kind of like Vegas in so many respects. It's like casino chips. Like think about you're at the table, you're earning casino chips, but those casino chips are worth nothing, diddly squat, nada, unless you take them and cash them out. In fact, in many markets, many homeowners, they're earning more in equity every single month of living there than the cost of their mortgage. In a way, it's like they're being paid to live in their house right now. Yet that equity is worth nothing until you cash it out. So in the same respect, we're doing that today. The question remains, at what price would you be crazy not to sell your house for? That's our question. Name your price part 2. Thank you, Matt Curtis Real Estate. But wait, there's more. Let's dive into the Facebook lead form next. I love this graphic. This is Matt, and he's got kind of a text bubble coming out as if he's saying it. Name your price, ... And then it says 250, no. 265, keep going. 285, circle because yes. Now, that visual is so darn simple, but imagine a homeowner in the Huntsville market thinking, are you kidding me? I mean, literally, because of my equity pouring in this marketplace, it's like I'm being paid to live in my house. And in fact, that's the truth, right? Homeowners right now across all the American markets, global markets, period, they're literally in many respects from an equity standpoint being paid to live in their houses right now. So name your price because unfortunately you don't get to realize any of that money until you cash out. It's kind of like a casino. The poker chips are worth nothing until you take them up to the cash register and get the money they're worth, right? This is the visual. I love the visual. I want you to rip off and duplicate something similar. And then down here it has a contact us button. If I click this contact us button, it's going to pop up a lead form in Facebook. We've talked about lead forms before. In fact, I'll link up to a video of mine where I trained about creating lead form ads in Facebook. So you can have another video to support this. But lead forms have a whole bunch more utility to us now since iOS 14.5 came out with the app tracking transparency framework. We know that Facebook is the most downloaded app in the Apple App Store. So we know that a lot of Facebook users are using iOS, meaning they're on iPhones, basically. As they're updating their phones and getting iOS 14.5 and they're going into Facebook, Facebook's saying, hey, this app wants to track you outside of the app itself. Meaning when you leave this app, it still wants to track you. Are you okay with that? And most people are going to be like, no, which means if I clicked contact us and it didn't pull up a lead form, but instead, as traditionally was the case, it redirected to a different link, like my website, for instance, or even that Google form, for instance, from that moment, Facebook has no optics, no visuals. They're not tracking that person. That person became invisible to them if they're on iOS 14.5 and if they opted out of being tracked. And so the lead form ad is beneficial because you don't have to leave Facebook. The user stays in Facebook, which means Facebook still has full visual in terms of what that person is and isn't doing. Facebook knows if they opened the form and closed it, if they filled it out partially or completely, Facebook has all those optics, and that's going to be highly valuable to us right now, especially now with privacy updates rolling out. So you click the contact us button and poof, a lead form pops up. And guess what questions the lead form is going to ask you? It's going to be the same stuff that was on our Google form. So for example, first names, last names, phone number, email address, what's the address of the home you want to sell, what's the price point you want to name your price, and then do you need to buy a home also, yes or no? These are the same questions that we're going to recreate in the Facebook lead form. It's called an instant form. So let's dive into that. And to do so, we got to jump over to the Facebook Ads Manager. So either go to facebook.com/ads manager, and or if you're using a business manager, business.facebook.com, and then navigate your way into the Ads Manager section. Either way, I just want you in the Facebook Ads Manager. Here I am in my Facebook Ads Manager. I'm going to just jump straight into the training because I've trained on this before. I'm going to click on Create, the green button right there, and it's going to bring up this quick starting wizard to get us going to our campaign. And it wants to know what's my campaign objective. I've got to choose lead generation. If I want to do a lead form ad, I have to choose lead gen. I'm going to click continue and it's going to launch the campaign to build it out. Let that happen. I can name the campaign. I'm going to have to declare special ads category like so. Otherwise, my ad is not going to run in North America. Pure and simple. Scroll down, click next. Okay, so I navigate to the ad set level. I was in the campaign level. Now I'm in the ad set level, which is where I'm going to specify who I'm targeting. How much am I going to spend? What am I paying? That's the same thing, right? How long is the ad running? I'm going to put all those details in place at the ad set level. And the third section is going to be the ad creative, which is where I upload the photo and the text and the links and all that kind of creative aspects of the campaign. All right, so I know I'm moving fast, but I've trained on this before, so go watch my other videos if you need me to slow down a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to keep on rolling. So I'm going to leave the lead method to instant forms. I could do calls, tempting, but I'm going to do instant forms. I've got the right page selected. I've agreed to my Facebook lead ad terms. I'm not going to bother dynamic creative. I'm not going to mess around with my budget right now. Whatever. You can do a daily budget or a lifetime budget. I've noticed with lead form ads, the daily budget tends to be performing better. I don't know why, but it is. There is not an end date set. It's optional. If you don't want to pay Facebook for the rest of your life, you need to specify an end date. Seeing as how I'm not going to complete this ad campaign, I'm going to keep on moving on. All right, audience is my next section. I can do a custom audience, which why would I do that? Because I'm going to try to target new people, presumably. So I'm going to go down here to locations, and currently it's targeting people living in or recently in this location being the United States. I'm going to X that off because that's quite vague and broad. I'm going to choose Huntsville, I can't spell, Huntsville, Alabama, which is Matt Curtis's market. And it's going to do a 15-mile radius around Huntsville. That's going to be required due to the special ads category. You know what? I may also try Madison. Let's do Madison, Alabama, because that's the neighboring city. Boom. So we'll just do both of those cities. So it's either or. It's not going to take the overlap. It will take all the above. Okay. So people who are living in, they're not recently in, they literally are living in this location. Facebook knows that to be true. Okay. So it took my estimated daily leads down quite a bit, which is much more realistic because before I was targeting the entire US. Now it's just Huntsville and Madison, and it's estimating 2 to 12 leads a day. Not bad. It's just an estimate, but not bad, because what that means is if I'm spending $20 a day, that means the most I'm paying for a lead is estimated $10 a lead, because 2 is my minimum, which means I'm okay with that. $10 for a seller lead? Yes, please. Yes, I will pay that. And then some. Let's keep scrolling down. Automatic placements is fine. We'll leave it there, which is recommended, meaning we're going to give elbow room for the algorithm to get to work and figure out what are the best placements, the best places to show your ad campaign to get folks to click the button and fill out the form, period. Because all we want is leads. And that is it for this section here in the ad set level. Let's move to the ad creative level by clicking next. And I can, once again, name it if I want to. So you have the option to name the campaign level, the ad set level, and the ad creative level. Just the 3 stages or the 3 portions of building out a Facebook ad. I could connect an Instagram account if I had one, but this is my Pantana Realty Group fake Facebook page. So pretend that I had a Pantana Realty fake Instagram account, but I don't. I use this one for demo purposes. All right, let's scroll down. It is on the ad setup box. It's set to create the ad. With a single image or video, I'm game. That's exactly what Matt did. So if you look at Matt's here, this is what it looked like once again. I'm going to try to recreate basically that campaign. Notice it pulls in automatically. This is my banner art. It's the cover photo of my Facebook page. It just pulls it in automatically. I'm going to clear it out by clicking clear all, and then I can add my media. So I'm going to click this drop down for add media. I can add an image or a video. I'm going to do an image, and I'm going to choose Matt's right there because I've already got it uploaded. And it comes in looking like this. Name your price, $250, $265, $285. I love that visual, the crescendo of price point. I love it. Click done. All right, we leave that. We can edit it if you want to. You can turn it into a video, which is kind of a cool little, again, let's go on a sidebar. Why not? Why not go on a sidebar? So I can do square templates, and it's got all these fun little templates to basically make it look like it's a video. Let's do, like you can see it kind of moving around. So let's move on. I'm going to leave it just as a static image because it's got enough attention grab on its own. And then I believe I've already copied this caption right here to my clipboard. But just to be sure, I'm going to select it, right click it. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go over here and I am going to paste it. Obviously, I would not rip him off verbatim. Don't plagiarize the guy. I'm not going to fulfill this ad, but there's the copy that we're going to use. And then notice you can add multiple text options. So you can actually put in up to five different descriptions or primary text. And Facebook's algorithm will start figuring out which one performs better. Hey, we noticed when we use this caption versus this caption, it does better. So you can give it some actual opportunities to trial and error a little bit. You can do the same with headline. You can add multiple headlines. I would probably do the yes, really, ... name your price. And then I may add an option like this to say, Huntsville, ... name your price. And then I may add an option like this where I say, Huntsville, AL, ... at what price would you sell your home? And I want one that says home sooner. I want to be very clear. Name your home sale price. I just wanted to be very clear in the headline, the offer that we're making right now, who it's for. It's homeowners in Huntsville. I want to get that word out as best as I possibly can. That's enough there. You can kind of trial it yourself. You can just test some options yourself and see how it does. The CTA is by default set to sign up. I'm going to choose learn more. No, really. Name your price, learn more. Look over here at the placements. You can see like all the variations. Now we scroll down to the question format box right here, and it's on default for an instant form. It could be an automated chat. Now, timeout. They're kind of confusing us, right? Let me go back to my ad set level for just a quick second. When I go here, I had calls as an option, as the lead method, instant forms or calls. I left it at instant forms, but they're like, well, okay, fine. You said instant forms, but you could also do automated chat. I'm fine with instant forms. Really, I am. Yes, really, ... I'm fine with instant forms. However, I'm a little geeked out by this one. Use a messaging template to ask questions, then follow up with leads in the same chat. So literally, this is a chat bot. A lot of you might have used ChatFuel or MiniChat or some kind of a chat bot service in the past. Guess what? It's built into your Facebook Ads Manager right here. You could do that right there if you wanted to, but we don't need to. We're going to click Instant Form. And then down here, I've got to create the instant form I'm going to use. When they click that Learn More button right there, what's the form going to look like? I have to agree to not ask discriminating questions because we're subject to credit, employment, and housing, which means fair housing in the US and similar types of laws in other countries. So don't discriminate in your questions. Click Continue. And then we can name the form. I'm going to call it Name Your Price. And then we're going to leave it at more volume. I'm going to collapse this one. We'll go to the intro and I'm going to upload an image. Now, by default, it's going to pull in the image media from my actual post. I'm going to upload a different one. I'm going to use this same one I had here on my Google form, which will make it look branded. And again, just trying to build some more trust and authenticity. And I want to make it seem really credible. So there's mine in the background. You can have your own there, right? Go to Canva or whatever to make that. And then I can add a headline and a greeting. So this is going to be attention Huntsville homeowners, name your price. Okay, so I got a headline like that, and then I would add some additional details, either in paragraph format or in a list format. Either way, this is there to reinforce my headline and to make the user feel comfortable pressing the next button. That's the key of it. The greeting is designed to say, this is what you ask for. You click the button. Here's what you're getting. I want to make sure we have full disclosure. That's the intent of the greeting. Let's collapse that and we'll go into the questions section next. All right. So first things first, there are already some pre-filled questions, which could be subject to our special ads setting, but we should be okay here. I'm going to drag full name to the top and then email, and then I'm going to add another contact field for phone number. These will auto-populate. Because every user on Facebook has already given Facebook their email address, their name, their phone number, Facebook will auto-populate those contact details in the form. They have to confirm submitting them to you. Thereby, they're giving a permission for Facebook to release that information to you, the advertiser. That's the way a lead form works. However, we need some other questions. So let's add a question. We'll make it a short answer. And let's go borrow from this one over here. So I'm going to copy this one. What is the address of the home you need to sell? Command C, paste. Let's add a question, another short answer. And then the next question was, what price would you sell your house for? Copy and paste. Add a third question. This one's going to be a multiple choice. And I am going to say, first of all, if you sell your home, do you also need to buy a home? Copy, question, and paste. And then the answers are yes or negative. No. Okay, so I have those questions in there now. So now I've basically recreated my Google form. I've got the pre-fill information of name, phone number, email address, and then the specific questions of what's your address, what's the price point when you name your price, and do you also need to buy a home, yes or no? Then let's collapse the questions section, go to the privacy section here, and you need to provide a link. Now, I don't have a link handy, but theoretically it would be a link like, let's try this, jasonpantana.com/privacy statement. Okay, so this link is not actually a real link. You need a real link that goes there, or they're not going to publish this officially. It's not going to make it very far. Your ad will not get approved. Your website should already have a privacy statement on it. If not, talk to your website provider about getting one. All right, moving on. Let's collapse privacy, and then we'll look at completion, which is once they say they're done and they submit their contact information, what happens next? This should affirm what they've done. It says, thanks, you're all set. I would affirm what they've done and advise next steps. Now, don't type that in the form. I'm just writing in the form what you need to communicate to them. You need to affirm them what they've done and then communicate what the next steps are and how they should expect to hear from you. Now, it's got a call to action button, which is to view a website. You could change it, but I think that's probably the most appropriate. And I would send them to, it'd be great if you have like a Calendly or a booking section or a learn more about our selling process section. Something relevant to what they've just done on your website is where they should go next. But you already have their information at that point. Everything else beyond them pressing submit is just extra for them. When you're done with your form, just click publish, and then it will be automatically attached to your lead form ad, and then simply publish the ad campaign itself. So literally, to publish the ad campaign, all you got to do is click this little green button right down there to publish the campaign. It will submit to Facebook for review. Done and dusted. That's generating seller leads. The market belongs to those who market. The question is, are you willing to be inventive? Are you willing to take steps to get folks to raise their hand and say, you know what? I would sell if I named my price and these are my terms. Name your price. At what price would you be crazy not to sell? Send the email, create the lead form ad, hustle, and win in this marketplace. Now, if you're not connected with me on social, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, make sure we're connected, subscribe, and do all those types of things, right? Turn the bell on when you subscribe. Please leave a comment, tag a friend. Let me know how else I can help you with these training videos. I hope you're getting tremendous value, and I wish you the best in generating inventory and growing your business. Have a great day.